2 new villagers joining the village. 2 villagers lack space for housing. I wonder why that is. I wonder if somebody could explain that one to me. Okay, we have 2 wood. Are we just, I think we're just cutting it all. Let's do this. Let's start combining the power of our foresters. So we're gonna do reforestation efforts all the way down to here. Sure. And then I'm going to make extraction also here. I don't know if they'll cut the baby trees. That's my only concern, is if they're gonna undermine the efforts of the reforestation. Because this doesn't need to be here anymore. Ooh, workplace list. Why did I not see this before? That would have made things so much easier. Alright, lumber camp, come on in. Come on back. You can just be opposite of the first place that we just, the forester. How many builders do we have? Probably enough. We don't really have too many jobs going on at the same point. Why not just make a giant residential area? Because they won't stop building. I don't think they have any self-control. So they'll just use every ounce of wood that you ever create and continuously build houses indefinitely. With no restrictions. So it seems like a bad idea. You beat me to it! Put the 3rd woodcutter down there before I could do anything. But that probably means we only have 1 forester available. I don't know if they can keep up with 3. But what are we gonna do? Not do it? Maybe just cut this down? And then queue this up for reforestation too. Or I could just put more houses back here. That may be a better idea, because this does look like a decent residential zone. Right here along the road. Okay. At least they'll be able to squeeze in maybe 1 or 2 more houses. That is fairly desirable territory as well, next to the market. You ready for New Dawn? What, Far Cry? Kind of indifferent. Okay, they're getting water. I wonder what they're getting water for. Just a drink? They take it to the house? Primary need, water and lodging. Okay, so I guess they just need water. You just unzoned stone extraction. We don't, whatever. We got 49 stone, okay? Whatever. There. They can have it back. So it's pretty funny. I was actually watching a video on Far Cry New Dawn. You have to understand, one of my free time habits is just to sit on the couch and I'll open the only, okay, weirdly enough, the only time I watch YouTube now is on the PlayStation. My PS4 is hooked up to TV, and I almost never go to YouTube on my computer. But if I'm just relaxing after a stream or eating some dinner or something, yeah, I'll flip on YouTube. Okay, but I want to see what base YouTube recommends me. Like, not logged in, nothing. Just I want to see what the regular recommendations are if you go to YouTube without being logged in. And I just happened to see a Far Cry New Dawn video preview from IGN. And it was like, 7 things that surprised us about Far Cry New Dawn. And you kind of know what to expect when you click on that kind of video. But upon watching it, I discovered something that I thought was pretty funny, which is whoever they sent to go preview Far Cry New Dawn hated it. I don't know if it's gonna be a good or bad game, but I went in expecting like kind of a fluff piece, like here's like 7 really interesting things you didn't know. But the video was like just tearing it apart. I was like, wow, I'm actually impressed right now because I'm getting like a legitimate criticism for the things that this person who went out to preview the game didn't like about the game. Like 5 of them were negative. 2 of them were just kind of neutral, and 5 of the things were like negative. I'm just making numbers up, but it seemed proportionally like that. But honestly, each of the criticisms they had, I was like, wow, this is valid. As I'm watching the thing that they're talking about, I was like, yeah, no, I think the same thing just from watching this footage. So you guys can make fun of IGN, but you know, there's so many people that work there. You can't just blanket statement a whole company, you know? There can be a certain reviewer who always does one thing, or that can be like, you can make fun of the fluff videos, whatever, or hosts, but there's some good content still. I enjoyed the video. I hate Mr. IGN. I hate Mr. IGN. I only use Steam reviews, to be honest with you guys. I don't. Here's what I use Steam reviews for. I look and see how many hours a person played a game. That's really all I care about. I never read the content of them. I never care really what they say, except for the funny negative ones. But I look and see how many hours they had a game open. That's the review for me. That's the most interesting part. Is there a way to go on Steam right now and sort by reviews? If I go to like games, if I look at, can I just search games, like new releases, go to all popular new releases and sort by user reviews. All right, let's see what the number, oh, what's this, chat? The #1 user reviewed game, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, Game of the Year edition. #2, RimWorld, of course. #3, Grim from 2014, very positive with 191 reviews. All right, let me find one that I disagree with on this list, if any. Borderlands 2, yeah. BioShock Infinite, uh-huh. Is there one that I vehemently disagree with? I have to scroll really far down. I don't see anything. All right, how does a game that just came out today on the second page with 47 reviews? The sorting system is inherently flawed. Is that real? No, it's real. Go to new games at the bottom. Go to you can sort the popular new games by user reviews. What I'm saying is, I don't trust people, okay? I form my own opinion. But sure, if it... I would have said, hey, guys, if I see something is overwhelmingly negative, then yeah, it's gonna matter to me. But then Metro got review bombed. So I just don't care. Because you're all liars, not you. Unless you went and review bombed Metro 2033 and Last Light. Then I'm talking about you. One villager lacks space for housing. Still? I just made 4 new houses. How is this possible? And I'm in the positive. I have 205 gold, guys. That's exactly twice as much as I need for a wheat farm. All right, wheat farm, you going over here. Is this like just one building or is it modular? I'm gonna put it as far into the, well, you kind of want to put it in the fertile lands. So like over here is good. I don't know how they're even gonna make a road. I don't know, there's 2 or 3 doors. It's okay, 2,500 hours. That's Rust. Or any MMO. Or free-to-play game. So we need 20 planks, done. 10 tools. Done, but expensive. We do need to resume purchasing tools, I think. So trade resources, we want to have, I would say 20 tools at all times. So I will accept tools again. It's just worth having, even if it costs a bunch of money. KBS, I think I sorted by recent top games or something. Not all time. Maybe that's what the difference is. Why do they keep throwing away tools after they're done with them? They break, I guess. I don't know. They're broken. Come on down to church, village. That's not even where I put the door, but you know what? If that's where you think... It's gonna bother me, actually. If I edit this, how much money is it gonna cost? How many population? 28. Let's make it hold more people. Villager capacity is 5 each. Can you add another core? Yeah? You can make it a double length or a double wide. Except it's gonna cost a lot of stuff. I don't know if I like the double wide. Though the extension part, hang on, can we just move the, whoops! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What have I done? Look, it's time, chat! We're gonna make the new tower. This one costs 20 stone and 10 planks. We're gonna make this one the fancy tower, and it's gonna go in the back. And we're gonna do door A, which is also made out of stone. Can I make an extension and then door? That looks better. It's kind of weird. Okay, so let's do door B. There was a window there. Hang on. Why does door B have stairs? Can it be like on a hill? I guess it can. Door C is not actually a door. Door A is, though. Fine, just do door A. Stop overcomplicating this. Wait, why are these are different ones? Okay, so wooden extension, like so. There you go. Now we have some more seats in here. Can you do anything else? Kinda. Would you want to attach it to the bell tower, though? That seems a little silly. I guess it's fine. Wooden extension A. Kind of looks out of place now. Whatever, that's fine. It looks good. Go ahead, builders. It's going to take literally all the resources that we have, but that's okay. They'll get on it. Now, where were we? We're trying to get more splendor, and we're trying to make new buildings. So what are the new stuff? We got the, whoa, wheat farm, wheat farm. How many people can work here? 3 farmers can be assigned. And ooh, where all these people come from? So many unemployed. Get all 3 farmers, and I bet you have to like zone farm field. There it is. So farm field is gonna go, follow the road. How big do you think a farm should be? Probably in as much as there is fertile soil. Right? Seems reasonable enough. Okay, and there's room for a little path in between. Perfect. Now, I kind of want to see how this shapes up. I want to see what the farmers end up doing. They just scatter the seeds around. In little AoEs. Unemployment rising. Well, we're back in the positive for now. It's gonna be going down. We did just spend a lot of money potentially on the resources for all this whole church expansion. But we need to be able to hold all these people, you know? Villager capacity is 35. That gives us a little future proof for 5 more villagers. We can add more monuments later. There is no farm field zone for farmers. Excuse me. Yes, there is. I just made it. Forbidden land. Nobody will walk on the Lord's land. When you need to forbid. Make more. There's not any room. That's a lot of territory. Okay, speaking of territory, is it time? Is it time? I was going to ore. We'll add 25 gold to your royal taxes. That's kind of a lot, chat. Let me see my income, my budget right now. We're barely keeping up, let's be real. Next to church. I was thinking that might be a desirable area for the housing. Maybe not. It's not very desirable. It's not close enough to the town center. In which case, I guess... there's just not a lot of room there. Does it need to be an extraction zone too? Are those two things independent? I don't know. Well, this is growing really fast, isn't it? Look at this scenic view. Yeah, we could actually, that's not a bad place for the other buildings. Because we do need the windmill for 200 gold. I mean, if I was a windmill, wouldn't I go like... not in front of the church. You don't want to take away from the view of the new mega church that we're building there. Probably like back over here. Would be fine. Yeah, I just can't build it yet, because we need cash. We probably also need a warehouse spot to store the wheat. Is it time to build warehouse number 2? Only 50 gold. And some other resources. I'm gonna say warehouse 2's fine here. Next to the stone. We're not really doing anything else with this territory. Makes sense that it would go by the quarry. For a brand new early access game, this really isn't that bad. It's cute. Yeah, it is. I'd say there's probably what? We've played for 3 hours? I'd say there's like 6 to 10 hours of content here for a little $30 early access game. Which, if they can keep building and making it a fun game, seems good. Has a lot of potential. The gameplay has been enjoyable so far, and like the resource management and I'd say the debt, like the budget is still really ambiguous to me. So maybe make the financial aspect a little bit easier to interpret. I think 3x is kind of giving me a slight headache, so let's slow that down. But it's really fun kind of seeing it sprawl and seeing everything kind of just grow out. Starting with just like a random tile and then kind of, because I'm the kind of person that likes to put everything symmetrical on a grid, and that by nature this game is kind of forcing me to let go of that and give the villagers control of where they want to build their houses. Like, to some extent I can do that. Have you had to manage raiders or disasters or pure city building? I want to say for now it's probably pure city building, but there are walls. So you definitely can unlock wooden keep, wall, and stone wall. So if there are attacks, I don't know if they're in the game or not. But yeah, it's also kind of nice not having to lay down road, because it just removes that OCD from me. and makes me build within the confines that I have purchased through tiles. Yeah, it looks like our little forester and lumberjack are kind of behaving together properly. The forester is going around and replanting all the trees as we cut them down. This warehouse functioning as intended as far as I can tell. We probably want to do some more trading soon. Oh, let's set up this warehouse. So I will assign a transporter. And I want to store wheat here. We're just going to make this maybe the food warehouse. Let's do flour when we get it. Therefore bread. We could just move berries over here. And just take berries away. Wait, we don't even store berries over here. Oh, well, I guess that works out then. We only got 4 right now. We must be eating them too fast. The Settlers of Catan board is very small. Settlers of Catan. Alright, let me fade away so you guys can actually get 60 FPS. So I can fix my computer later. I'm getting 140 locally, but because Windows game mode is not enabled, apparently you don't get 60. Well, they're starting to harvest the wheat. A little at a time. But yeah, the issue with any city building game, like no matter, I don't think I've ever played one that this was not true for, unless it's not a city building game. But any city building game has a problem called replayability. There's a certain order that you do everything in, and it's really difficult. I'd say the biggest challenge any city builder faces is how to make that feel dynamic. Because, likewise here, you start with the same kind of 5 buildings, maybe 6. Lumber camp, gathering, stonecutter, sawmill, well, warehouse, and that's 3, 6. So you're gonna start with those same buildings on every map. So I guess the challenge is how do you make that dynamic each time you play? Because the same thing happened in SimCity, same thing in City Skylines, you know. The thing is, City Skylines hit it really well because it was all kind of behind what was actually an art game. They didn't say it was an art game, it just was. You just, oh, look, you can put the roads down wherever you want. You can, like, designate the zones and put down little decorative stuff. You just make a decoration city. So it was an art game disguised as a city builder. Would Civ count? Civ is not a city builder or real-time strategy game. It's turn-based. And it is a 4X. Different genre. My lord, we need to choose who we want to help. I still don't think I have what it takes. 15 days is not that long for us to be making bread. Maybe we can do it. Let's, Huh. I just play incorrectly for infinite replayability. And there you go. The replayability in City Builders comes from failing and starting over. I think. I have a question. What's your FPS into Streamlabs? I don't use Streamlabs except for notifications. But OBS, it's 60 FPS to stream to you. I think I want to help labor, right? Because I want to get the fishing hut, and I need to figure out how to get Splendor. I already have the influence. So maybe we don't want influence. Maybe we want clergy. Since we have 2 Splendor, we want 5. Get additional parts for the church. The kingdom, we actually have what we need. You need 0 to get the keep and the walls, but I don't really want to build those yet because I don't know how. So definitely not the king. Splendor's just from decorations. Maybe I'll just, I think I'm gonna go towards labor. Help the people. Alright, 15 days to make bread. Let's figure this out. The bakery's 300 gold. And the windmill's 200. What a mistake I just made. Okay, well, we're just gonna have to sell some stuff. So we have wheat that we can't really use right now. so we may as well trade it.